Welcome back to 2026. I'm Robbie Turner, ex-Commando Officer, did 24 years service in the Australian Army, 5 operational deployments, and I'm a business owner. What am I doing in 2026? I've got 6 things I'm going to pass on to you right now. Who's coming with me? No doubt some of the scariest stuff I've done in the military was jumping out of the back of planes. Parachute Training School's got a motto that says knowledge dispels fear. Guess what? That exists in every aspect of your life, and we're going to go through a few. Everything about being successful comes down to your mindset, what you know, and how you view the outcome. In my experience, people that don't do well in the property market, they don't fail because they bought the wrong property. They fail because their emotional attachment or their emotional decision-making gets distorted. When someone says to you, I'm scared or I'm uncertain, what they're actually saying, in my experience, is, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the education behind me. Someone help me. Conversely, when you are educated and you've got confidence, your ability and willingness to take action and be successful goes through the roof. As an ADF member, you already understand the concept of delayed gratification. You know there's a mission coming up. You know there's a key event coming your way. It can't happen today, but when you prepare and educate yourself and know that you're playing the long game, you can't wait for it to get started. If you think long term, remove emotion, and have a real drive and energy about you to never stop learning, you watch things start to change real quick. Number 2, make sure you stay operationally fit. And what I mean by fit is it makes sure your energy levels are always maintained throughout the day. Because being wealthy in life is not just about finances, it's about physical and mental capacity. One thing that's really rang true to me over the years is that you don't lose momentum because of strategy, you lose it because you're tired and you're overcome with fatigue. Burnout kills consistency, and as soon as you enter burnout, your decision quality diminishes very, very quickly. When you've got structure in your life, it reduces cognitive load and it makes sure your emotional reactions are appropriate at all times. Protect your energy, structure your days, and longevity will always beat bursts of short-term effort. And the great news is, operational fitness keeps you in the game long enough to win. Number 3, make sure you're mastering your cash flow. The very famous saying, I'm sure you've heard of it, cash is king. Well, guess what? In business, and owning a property portfolio is running a business, the cash is the oxygen which keeps that business alive. Do not ever forget that. Everyone who's ever lost money with property didn't happen when they purchased a property. It happened because they couldn't hold on to that property due to poor cash flow over the time they had it. When you know your numbers and you focus on the numbers, all emotion gets kicked out the door and you just focus on the bottom line. Does this work or not? Yes or no? Someone who's successful in business and someone who's successful in property is never stressed if they know their numbers. Cash flow is good, but cash buffers save your ass. Buffers buy time, clarity, and control, and in almost all circumstances, a forced pressure sale will be the result of cash flow pressure. So the bottom line here is, know your numbers, make sure you keep your buffers in place, because survivability and longevity of your portfolio matters way more than any growth. Number 4, you must create decision filters. Because if you have a set of rules and you've got a framework that you're following, you won't ever be under pressure. Think about it in your workspace. The ADF uses decision frameworks to reduce chaos and hesitation. Most investors fail when they can't make decisions and they're inconsistent with their decision making. If you've got the right decision filters in place, you don't have any guesswork or even second guessing. And if you've got a set of clear criteria within your filters, that allows you to quickly make the right decisions. Because here's the thing, good decisions compound. Bad decisions just keep happening time and time again. If you've got a model, you've got a framework, let that do the heavy lifting. Just make sure you're monitoring things closely and you'll be fine. Number 5, risk management. I made this one of the pillars of Axon for a reason. All investing involves risk. You need to be able to identify those things that might bite you on the ass, because if you don't, how can you stop it occurring? Many investors do the wrong thing. They put their head in the sand, they avoid talking about the things that could go wrong, and they expose themselves to unnecessary risk. When you embrace risk management and have hindsight conversations in the here and now before you even start the acquisition process, of course you give yourself much more of a chance of being successful. Having a good defense is just as important as having a great offense. I'm sure you've heard of Murphy's Law. If you ignore risk management, Murphy's Law is coming knocking on your door, and sure as shit, you're gonna find yourself in a position where you are under the pump. I'm not trying to scare you here, but plan for uncertainty, build resilience, because survival in the property and business space always should come first. Number 6, build your network and build your team. Let me tell you a quick story. The last 2 properties I bought while still serving were my worst 2 properties. And it came down to one thing. I was arrogant, I was ignorant, I didn't think I needed any help, and I didn't want to pay someone else to provide that assistance to me. Big mistake. Read any book about being successful in business, read any book about being successful in property or life, and I promise in the first 1 or 2 chapters, there'll be a big part about build a team, build a network. Now that's not easy, because there's plenty of stories out there, and may have even happened to you, where you thought you were working with someone who was on your team. If you focus on building the relationships first, and you're on the same page with your team, successful outcomes will follow. Because here's the great thing, when you find your team, find your tribe, and you work together regularly and consistently, great things will follow. Please learn my lesson, get help as soon as you can, find your tribe, connect with those people, and just give yourself the best chance of being successful. In closing, you don't need to be perfect in 2026. I remain the most perfectly imperfect person I know. Ask my team, they'll tell you. But what I'm saying is, you do need to be prepared, because long-term success comes to those that stay in the game the longest.